All right, guys, you have tuned into the Monica Brant Show. I'm Monica Brant with co-host Wendy Fortito and celebrity fitness legendary athlete, two-time Miss Fitness Olympia, Whitney Jones.
Hello.
So we've been having so much fun just hearing about your story and all the good things that you've done. And I mean, I know there's still so much more to talk about, but before we get into that, we're going to have a little fun here with some rapid fire questions. All right, Whitney, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, so number one, we've got 10. Number one,
okay.
List 3 things that get you up and motivated each day to dive in again.
My boys, my goals, and memes.
And me. I love it. That's awesome. I love that last one. And me, because we got.
Oh, no. I see. Now I'm going to ruin it.
I know that fun fact about you. You like memes.
Yes.
You have a
memes.
Dictionary.
Memes?
Memes.
Memes. Okay.
Yes. I mean, memes is a much better answer. But I said memes. That's how I start my day. I love laughing. And so I look at memes every morning and I share them. I'm a goofball on my Instagram. And I feel like it's kind of my job in life to make people laugh. So
that's great.
I gave that title to myself.
Make laugh.
Yeah.
So, okay. Where did the word meme come from?
Yeah.
That's a great question. It's weird.
What's the origin of meme?
Good question.
Okay, someone's got to figure that out.
Who would like to tell us? Someone type and tell us. Yes. We want to know.
The origin of meme. Okay, Whitney, in 3 words, describe yourself at age 15.
Silly, insecure, and discovering myself.
Ooh, discovering. Good.
Yes.
Okay, what exotic animal do you most relate to?
A giraffe, because they're so cattywampus and weird, but I think they're fun. Monkey, because monkeys are like everywhere. And then my ultimate is a lion. That is my theme. I'm a Leo. It is the logo of my Fearless website, or Fearless logo and apparel line. So definitely a lion.
So part giraffe, part monkey, and part lion.
Yes, totally normal, right?
That would make a really odd animal.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Very odd.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what's the best and worst thing about fitness shows? 2 answers, sir.
2 of them? Okay.
Well,
best.
no, I'm sorry. The best and the worst. So 2 different answers.
Oh, gotcha. 1 each. Okay. Best is the friendships and the people, the competitors, the people you meet. Worst is injuries.
Okay. I know we can talk more about that. Name the top 3 things you have or had to remind Name the list is right there. Name top 3 things that you have or had to remind your boys to do every day.
Wear deodorant, brush their teeth, and be an amazing human.
Okay, good ones, especially the teeth.
Yes, come on, guys. Simple hygiene, but I'm gonna make sure I remind you. Hey, they are boys.
Did you ever make them blow their breath on, so you could smell it? See if they...
Yeah, I still do it, and I'm like, because I'm like, I just brushed my teeth. I'm like, let's see. Give it to me.
The roof of your mouth.
Let's smell it. Let's smell it.
If you did, then you need to redo it.
Yeah.
Yes, I can still smell you, buddy. Go back. Do over.
Gosh. All right. Which show win has the most lasting memories?
I would say the 2020 Olympia. Believe it or not. Yes, the most recent Olympia where I lost my title. Yep.
And your boys
I can elaborate now if you want, but it's just because of the year. And medical issues that I had to overcome to get there. Understanding that I didn't care, because I always wondered, what is it going to be like once I lose my title? Will I be okay? And I always thought I would, but you never know till you experience it. And it was good job, Missy and Oksana, way to go. So I was so proud of that I was who I thought I was, I guess, as weird as that may sound.
That's exactly how, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That is so funny that you said that, because, as I continue to go myself, that's exactly what I always talk to my husband about, is that when I respond to something, the way that I, it's like you feel true to yourself, right? Like when you like motivate people and you say like inspirational things, it's like you want to believe that if something happened, that you would have to follow through with being true to yourself, that you would be true to that person that you basically claim to be. And when you prove that to yourself, you are so proud of yourself. I get that. I totally get that. I've been through so many of those moments.
And it's true, because it's like you could not tell me I didn't win. I mean, obviously they did. They were like, Whitney, you didn't win. But I did not feel that way. I didn't feel that way. I achieved everything I set out to achieve without getting the first place trophy. So I'll make my own if I need to, but I don't need it. Yeah. So that was probably my most proud.
You know you are. You've discovered that about yourself. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I loved my 2 titles at Olympia that I won, of course, but but to me, I'm still a champ. I'm still a winner. And I've always said, what you do with your title is what defines a true champion. Being on that moment on stage for 2 minutes does not make you a winner, does not make you a champion. What you do with your platform, what you do with that title that year, as well as the years after, is what truly will dictate, are you a champ or not? So I hold that near and dear to my heart. And again, going back to 2020, losing my title, going back to defend it the second time and losing it. I felt like I handled everything the way I really wanted to, and it came about like unconsciously. I just reacted that way and was happy and genuinely happy for the others, genuinely happy for myself. So I don't know. Each year it just always gets better. Doesn't matter the outcome. Each experience is always better, no matter what.
Well, there's really special moments during each of the transition into getting ready for stage. That journey that are so precious if we just look for them, right? Yes. And then even that during that show, like who you talk to and, what people you affect and how they affect you and the conversations you have, even leading up right to before you go on stage. Anyways, like there's so many wonderful pieces. I just think back of all the shows for 26 years and all the times that I was backstage talking to the different girls and, just having conversations with the girls that would come from overseas, and they would come, as foreigners, and they didn't know anyone, and I wanted to go and be the one to talk to them, and they were so excited to maybe meet me from seeing me in the magazine. So like it's raised those moments that sometimes you're like, that was so cool. That sometimes we're almost better than the being on stage parts sometimes.
So valuable. So valuable. I agree. Yeah.
And again, that is what creates that longevity and that, care for others and concern. And that creates more work ultimately too. Like it ends up to be a blessing, even though that's not why you were doing it. It was just,
indirectly. Yeah.
Okay. So back to our number 7 here. If you could have dinner and a few hours to visit with a past athlete that you've admired, who would that be?
Gosh, I would say in the industry or anyone.
It could be anybody.
I would like to tap Kobe Bryant's brain. I would think that would be amazing. I don't know. There's a lot of great things about him as a person, him as an athlete, and even more so, obviously, people are like, well, he did some things wrong. No one's perfect, and I don't condone what he did, obviously, but the way he handled that, came back from it. He was focused on his kids. I love that he was so involved in his kids. That's where I resonate, and being a top athlete and his mentality. So Kobe Bryant.
All right, good one. Okay, this one might be hard for you to decide, okay?
Oh, goodness, okay.
If you could only take either Oreos or donuts to a deserted island, which would it be?
I already know what you're going to say.
I'm actually, and it changes by the month or the mood, I'm going to say donuts, and here's why. I know, you would expect Oreos, but deserted island, there's going to be moisture because you're on a tropical island with the beaches. It totally changes the Oreo. It's not the same. Donuts, I'm putting a lot of thought into this.
But the only thing that I can mention while you're on that path is A donut doesn't last as long as all the Oreos are going to last. I would think in a package a lot longer than a donut, right?
But as soon as you open them, that humidity, it's going to change it. And the texture.
She is the Oreo expert. She is the self-testing Oreo expert. I will say though, we have a donut shop. It's like a cronut kind of a place.
Oh yeah?
It lasts on the shelf for a really long time. So
hey, just so you know, there's no shame in my game. I will find a donut 2 weeks old, pop in the microwave, and it's fresh and good to go. So.
Hey, are you a vanilla or chocolate Oreo fan?
Definitely, I like the vanilla wafer, the golden cookie, better than the regular chocolate.
The chocolate one, okay.
Yeah.
Vanilla. What?
Well, it's called the golden Oreo. So it's the yellowish.
The
golden Oreo.
Wendy, where have you been?
I don't even. You know what? I only had original Oreos. I don't even know about all these fandangled Oreos.
What?
I need to get.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, really.
We need to have an intervention.
Just
this is not okay.
I need Oreo.
Oreo intervention.
Like, on a plane right now, give me Wendy Oreos.
Yep. I have an entire Tupperware at my work. Like, you know those Tupperware bins from for Christmas, and it's huge. It's massive, and it's filled with Oreos. Because I eat Oreos every day.
Yeah.
So, and it's so many different flavors. So if you're in Arizona, come to the gym. Yeah. We'll have a huge taste test. There's probably right now about 30 different flavors in there.
A spit-off question I have to know. Do you twist it off and eat the cream and then the cookies, or do you eat it all together?
I eat it in 3 bites, 3 sections.
So it has to the cookie and the cream has to be enjoyed at the same bite. Got it.
Yes, and that's the way I do it.
Are you a double? Is it double fudge or not double fudge? Double stuffed or whatever?
Because I don't really love the cream as much. You gotta have it. That's what makes it. But now too much is overwhelming.
It's too much.
And I don't like the original. The original is just boring.
What do you mean the original?
So
just the original Oreo.
Okay, what are
I love all the special edition, the pistachio and the caramel coconut.
See, I haven't tried any of those.
Red velvet. Oh my gosh. The Rice Krispie treat, the Fruity Pebbles. There are so many. Peanut butter.
Wendy
I'm getting excited.
Went cross-eyed,
There's so many. Literally, I have 30 different flavors right now. 30 flavors.
30.
Every grocery store.
So passionate. Success will not die in your Oreo.
I think we found Whitney's real passion right here.
Yeah. I'm waiting for an Oreo sponsorship.
Come on. On the island. Yeah, right.
I know. But it's because they're going to change. It's going to change its texture. They're not going to be the same. But donuts, you put them in the sun. It's going to warm them up as I'm sitting by the beach. Just, donuts.
I get the science behind that.
Science. I got it. Oh, my goodness. Okay. And you... I'm not sure if I dreamed.
I love that. That's amazing. That is this. Perfect.
That just needs Whitney's picture in it.
I know, right? Oh yeah, that'd be amazing. I'll Photoshop that in.
All right. What is your 3 favorite activities with your boys outside of them helping you get your routine together?
Ooh, okay, snowboarding. We love to go snowboarding. I love going out just to the park and playing catch, simple football, throwing a football or baseball. And I love to watch how my older son is trying to teach my younger just the basic concepts. It's just a fun bonding time. And then we love our memes, TikToks. They would kill me for saying this, but we'll put on one of the TikTok dances, and I can't post them all. I've been allowed to post, I think, about 2, because it's not really on TikTok. I just put them on Instagram. Yeah. But we love to laugh. So we have meme challenges a lot, and the funny stuff that they'll see, on YouTube and TikTok. So those are easily my 3 favorite things. Something active, and then that teaching moment, and then the laughter.
Super fun. Do you get to play football with them now?
Yeah.
Because when you were a kid, you didn't get to play, right, with your brothers, and now
didn't get to play. Yeah.
That's why you ended up with 2 boys, so you could play football with them.
Honestly, I know. I always said when I was little too, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to have 2 boys. And then when I was pregnant, I was like, what if it's not 2 boys? That's all I've ever conceptualized in my head. It has to be, but it worked out.
They do have women.
I'm usually the quarterback.
Okay. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, last question. If you could only do one thing to prepare for your next show, which would it be? Eat clean or exercise?
Exercise. Okay. I'll be honest. I am.
She wants her donuts and her Oreos.
Yeah, because I do that up until last Olympia, I even posted about it through Instagram because people thought I was lying. But I had 3 donuts every day leading up to Olympia, including show day. And even a few extras. One day I had 4 and another day I had 6. My metabolism just gets going. And so I've never really had to diet. Now, granted, I eat clean, but then I also have fun with foods. Mm-hmm. So if I had to go straight clean, I wouldn't survive. And my body works with sugar. So if I've done it, I've eaten clean for 2 days straight one time. And I looked horrible. I have no pop to my muscles. Eating completely clean for me doesn't work. Now, I'm going to give a disclaimer because people ask questions all the time. It didn't used to always be that way. When I was an endurance athlete, I was running, and I didn't have the muscle density. I couldn't eat like this. But now with this, my body's been consistent for 10 years. I've never done any extremes with the dieting to cut hard. So it works for me. That works for me. It was something we discovered years ago where sugar helped pull me in tight and gives my muscles a pop. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't against it. So it works. But easily exercise over eating clean. I give major props to all those who go hard and wow. I don't think that's
huge disclaimer though, because I'm a lot like you.
Yes, you are.
Is the result of being an athlete since young age, and never really gaining body fat throughout your life. Your muscle density, the quality of your muscle, your metabolism, what you've acquired over years of just never really gaining weight and gaining body fat, it's a completely different beast, right? Mm-hmm. So you can't really take it and pull that one person who has been an athlete their whole life, can eat plenty of sugar and look really good, and then take somebody who has been on a yo-yo diet their whole life and say, well, this is how it should be. It's kind of not really how it is for everyone, right?
Right. You got to do what works for you.
Well, the other thing is with the type of exercise that you have to do to maintain a fitness career, the type of fitness that you're doing that we all understand and know about, you have to train a certain way. You have to have that intense workout numerous times during the week, and the muscle density is there. And I'm sure we could kind of take a whole nother hour and talk about nutrition and training and how all of that works for each of us to manipulate our bodies. But it makes so much sense because the more muscle we carry, the more furnace we have and the burning, and and then you're going and doing all your crazy stuff. And I know we have a couple of videos here to show how you burn off your donuts and your Oreos. So
stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. Sharpest words wanna cut me down. I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me.
beautiful. And I, because I obviously can't do all of that. I've done some of it in my past, but it's so inspiring. And I want to go out in my yard and try my back handsprings again. I'm not going to though, because it's been a long time.
But I love that it inspires you and wants. That's the goal with everything, right?
It makes me want to move.
Yes. Nailed it.
Well, so how many the first video, we were looking at the first video, and how many of those did you do standing back tucks to the plyo?
Gosh, in that video,
was that maybe 4 or 5?
I think it was like 5 or 6. Yeah, it's part of my training. Like sometimes I like to do some of my crazy stuff post-workout, just because that's that endurance challenge, doing a fitness routine.
Yes.
It's unlike anything, and you just tap deep. So you can't practice that when you're fresh and you've got the energy. You got to practice that stuff when you're exhausted. Yeah. So
that's how you're going to feel on stage.
When I was like 15, I used to do that, but I'm not 15 anymore.
That's pretty amazing.
For me, mentally, that's where I remember one of my first pro shows. I wasn't feeling well. I was sick. Yeah. And it's like, gosh, I worked so hard to get to this point. I had a cold. I was having trouble breathing. And it was so hard to get through the routine. And ever since that moment, I said, I need to train always when I'm exhausted. I need to not train when I feel good, because show day, you never know what you're going to expect. So if I can train hard on my worst days, I'm going to be fine. And so I tap into that. And I have some heart issues. I had kind of mentioned a little bit earlier. So I know my body well enough. I know when it's safe to kind of work through some of those, and then when I need to stop. But I've had heart issues in all of my shows, on stage, all these things. Again, I don't go into detail on it, but I never know what is going to happen. But if you train properly, I know I can get through it. And so I don't train when it's comfortable. I train when it's uncomfortable.
So really, on that note, and I don't want to go into big talk about this, because I was listening to Dave Palumbo, RX Muscle, and he was interviewing, I think it was Flex Lewis, or maybe, I don't remember right now who it was, but I think Lee Priest was on it too. And I got intrigued because whoever they were interviewing, and it was somebody that I knew years ago, and I don't remember his name. I don't think it was Flex Lewis. I'm sorry. It was somebody else. And I don't remember his name right now, but he was talking about he had 5 or 6 heart attacks. And he was it took him a week or something like this to finally go to a doctor. And they finally realized that he had been having heart attack. And he was at one point he was working as a security guard, and he sat in the car with the heart attack going on, and he just kept telling himself, I'm okay, because he was on a job and he couldn't leave his job.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And he was on job. And so he finally went to hospital, and they were like, you've had 5 or 6 heart attacks. And he just kept going through, and he was training, and then he was doing something. And they're harassing him, because basically he should have been dead. Of course, Lee Priest is kind of funny. And Dave Palumbo.
This is just in right now. Dave Palumbo just posted this. Matt told me.
Jenny.
You heard
I saw that. Yes. I almost brought it up before, because
I didn't want to bring it up, but I guess it's kind of appropriate at the moment. But I'm just in shock.
I know.
Wow.
That's the hard part. It's if you know your body, you've got to listen. And that goes for simple injuries. It goes for more detailed stuff. Now, you never know. Sometimes these things happen and people don't even know they have medical conditions.
Yeah.
I also have 2 kids I need to live for. So I try to be very smart about it. With my heart issues, I have an electrophysiologist and a cardiologist who are totally part of my team. At first, 10 years ago, they're like, this is crazy. Yeah. I've had heart surgeries that, they shut it down. I've never had a successful one, I'll tell you that. But eventually it's in my family. My dad has a lot of heart issues. I inherited all of those. I was supposed to have a pacemaker installed 10 years ago. And I've been able to avoid it. And at that point, they had said, you need to not be active. Because again, it's kind of back in the day. And that was my thing of challenging it. Yeah, it was I'm not doing this. I was young. I was 32 years old. I'm like, you can't do this. So I've got great doctors who now know what I do. And they have now said that they think this sport and what I do has made my heart stronger.
Yeah.
To sum it up, I have a very weak heart. So I'm sure in the next couple of years, you know, or when I'm done competing, I will have to get the pacemaker. It is what it is. Oh, well, I'll bling it out. We'll make it cute.
Yeah.
But, you know, you find ways to work around it. And I'm very smart. I know certain cues of shut it down, Whitney. I also know what I need to push and not play it too safe, because otherwise I'll never be on stage. Honestly, I would be shutting down all the time. But yeah, it's tough. It's, as an athlete, we never want to stop.
Yeah.
We have to be smart about what we do. You've got to listen to your body. It's the best advice I have for any athlete who's trying to excel, especially as you age. And let's be honest, you've got to be smart with what you do.
Mm-hmm. I remember I was on the track running some sprints a couple of years back, and because that's one of the things that I just love. Even if I'm not competing in it right now, I adore sprinting and the whole workout, all of it. And I remember there was a couple girls walking on the track, and then they kind of, we were messing around, and they walk, and you could tell they were supposed to be doing something that they weren't really. And I was on a high school track, and I went by, and they kept, I just kept going by them, and they were just fooling around. And I just remember saying to them one time, I said, because I think I stopped near them. They were at kind of one of my finish points. And I said, "Are you guys in high school?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they said, "What?" I said, "What are you training for?" And I was like, "Well, nothing right now. Just, I'm just doing sprints to stay conditioned and be athletic because I'm an athlete." And they were like, "Oh, okay." And I said, "It's one of the best things you can ever do. Don't ever stop." I was like, "How old are you?" And they were like, they were in high school. So 15, whatever, 14, 15. I'm like, just don't ever stop. Just keep doing something that you find that you love, because, it'll keep you young forever. And they're just like listening. Because when you tell them you're in because I was in my 40s at the time, and they were just like, you can just see their eyes just kind of like,
yeah, I want to be like that when I'm
that's so old, and you're out here doing sprints, and meanwhile they probably were supposed to be doing something, and they were just being lazy and kids.
You're showing them how to get it done.
It's not old anymore, and when I
no,
think
it's not
40s, when you're like in high school, but now I think 40s is so young.
I know, right? Heck yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Where are my meats?
So let's do the tongue twister. What was it, Wendy?
Yeah.
Wendy went to Whitney's wedding.
And Wendy
in the wintertime.
Wendy's wedding.
In the wintertime.
Wendy's wedding already happened, so Wendy will go to Whitney's wedding. When Whitney's wedding happens, I don't know.
Okay, so I have a really hard time talking right now because I recently, at 50 years old, decided I wanted to have some effect of my teeth here, and I've got some chipping and stuff. So I've got Invisalign in, and it really,
so you already have it.
It is so hard to talk.
Then you're the one who needs to do the tongue twister. Then we all need to do the tongue twister.
I wanted y'all to do it.
Then it's more fun with you doing it versus us.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so Wendy, you're first then. So what we're going to say, Wendy went to Whitney's wedding in the winter. We got to say it 3 times.
Wedding. Okay. Wendy went to Whitney's wedding. Whitney went to Wendy's wedding. Wendy went to
in the winter. In the
winter.
winter.
How many times in a row can you say? Then
Wendy went to Whitney's wedding in the winter. Wendy went to Whitney's wedding in the winter. Wendy went to Whitney's wedding in the winter.
Wow.
In the widget. Who wait? What?
In the widget.
All right, here we go. Wendy went to Whitney's wedding in the winter. Wendy went to Whitney's wedding in the winter. Wendy went to Whitney's wedding in the winter.
I think you're saying Wendy. I think
I am.
I think you
Wendy went to Wendy.
Wendy
On a windy day. Wendy went to Whitney's wedding in the winter on a windy day.
In the winter. Wait a minute. Wendy went to
yeah.
I think Claudia was saying it, writing it, but the tongue twister, Claudia, usually only happens when you say it, not when you write it.
Yes.
On a windy day.
Yes.
On a windy day.
Wendy went to Whitney's winter wedding. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I didn't win. That's all I know. Is I didn't win. I need to practice my accents and my tongue twisters. Apparently. Yeah. Man.
So fun.
Or maybe not, because will it really make a difference?
Right. No, it won't. I'll never be good at that. Let's be honest.
Save the time.
Oh my gosh. So fun. Okay, so Whitney, we're gonna have to be wrapping up pretty darn soon because I know that we could sit here and talk for a long time, but
I know this has been a blast.
I know, but I know we all have, people that need us. And I'm actually going to a church event tonight because I'm volunteering for a kids youth sports camp this week. So super excited. So I want to go. Yeah, I want to be able to do that. But anyways, I wanted to talk just a little bit about your businesses, just so people know how to get a hold of you and what all do you have, because I know I introduced you in the beginning with this whole list of stuff, which was amazing. You're quite the entrepreneur, and I don't know how you flip-flop through your hats through the day, I'm sure, but let's just talk a little bit about what you have available for people and what kind of like, I'll just let you talk because that way I'm not keep asking. Yeah.
So I have a gym. I'm in Arizona, so I have an actual physical gym in Gilbert, Arizona, with a full-time staff, trainers. We do personal training. We do, classes, boot camp style. We do some booty classes. We're coming back to do the classes now that COVID has kind of recovered. So that's out in Gilbert. We also have clients who fly in and do prep. So a lot of our prep clients will fly in and train there. So that kind of brings me to my second business, which is online training, because we have athletes that are part of our team from all over the world, and then also do online training for lifestyle clients. So it's not just prep. It's same thing for the physical gym and the online business. It's prep athletes as well as lifestyle clients, anybody. And then I have Fearless, which is my fitness apparel line. It's for women. I love it because it's like, that's what I live in. So I might as well be comfortable with it. And some fun designs, cute slogans, scrunch butt booty pants and shorts, some accessories. I also have the sleep sack, which is that thing that was created for our industry and is now being used by cheerleaders and dancers. It's basically when you get a spray tan, you sleep in the sleep sack. So it's like a thin, comfortable sleeping bag that doesn't ruin your sheets. And it was created out of necessity because we would travel for my athletes, and they kept getting hit with this $300, $400 charge for a tiny bit of tan that hit their sheets. And, we always brought our sheets, but sometimes you roll. So it's this comfortable little sleep sack, and it has a little spot for your pillow, protects your tan from the sheets, and protects you from, like, messing it up. Nice. So that's part of it. Yeah, so it's kind of a random thing. I know. You definitely. Awesome. I need to send you one because it literally is a game changer. And I use it not just for hotels, just for fun because I like sleeping in my own stuff.
I think I need one of those too. I have a girlfriend.
I have photo shoots, Monica.
Right? Yes. I have a girlfriend that has slept in a sleep sack. There's another one. She's not in the fitness industry. She's in the beauty care, and she traveled for work all over the world for her whole life. As long as I've done fitness, she's been doing that. And she just got so sick of hotel, beds and everything. So she carries her own silk sleep sack. Oh my gosh, silk sleep sack.
I'll have to send you guys one because it would be
awesome. And then we can
for home.
Then we can do a little fun video of it. And
yes, right, totally. I will send you guys one. But yeah, that would be awesome. Again, just out of necessity, and then it's being used, like I said, by so many people. Anyone who gets a spray tan, essentially, or just because you want to sleep in your own stuff, you wash it, fold it back up. It's a compact little thing.
Perfect.
So that's part of the apparel line, and then I have my own show. It's the NPC Whitney Jones Classic. So it's coming up this year. After the Arnold, after the Olympia, and then it's here in November 6th this year. Okay. So this is my third year. It's an amateur fitness competition, all divisions. I love it. It's a ton of work, but I absolutely love every moment of it. Mm-hmm. And then actually I have a fifth business that I'm launching in the next couple weeks, which is crazy. I'm like, I just kind of need to stop sometimes. But again, I love it. So I partnered with my friend Alex, who, Wendy, if you've watched any of my Instagram stuff, that's my partner in crime. So she's the one who we're always doing shenanigans. We're launching our own app. She's hilarious. And the two of us together are ridiculousness all day.
Yeah.
But we're launching an app. It's a workout app, a fitness app. It has like a section where all of my lifting accessories and ebooks. So an e-commerce section, resources, all sorts of fitness tips. So that should be launching here in the next couple weeks too. So definitely wear a lot of different hats, but so grateful and fortunate to be able to love what I do where it doesn't feel like work. I mean, that's the American dream. I could use a clone. I need someone to sleep. But I feel very fortunate that
I need someone
I have the ability to do I know, right? I'm like, just one who can work all the time and then one who can sleep. But that's what's been keeping me busy. And I do fitness choreography, of course. That's a big passion of mine. And then I compete. So definitely busy, but that's the way I roll. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have 800 things every single day.
I love it. Well, it's been so awesome. Did you know that we have something else in common? Because I had a fitness show for 6 years. Did you know that? NBC fitness show?
I did. Yes,
did you know
I did. Yeah.
My husband and I were visiting about that last night, and I don't remember what was.
I know.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a wonderful show. It was out in Maryland, and I worked with a guy out there, Steve, and he actually works with Sean Ray right now on Sean's show in
oh, really?
Hawaii. So anyways,
I have an idea for you, Whitney. Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of giving everyone medals, what you need to do is you need to have a unique Whitney Jones flavor Oreo. And you need a medal that is like a unique flavor.
Oh, that would be fun.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. You'll figure it out. But
that actually kind of would be fun.
Or the medal looks like a big Oreo.
Yeah. Like a big Oreo medal.
Like that would actually be pretty. That'd be fun. That would be fun.
Very unique. I love that idea.
Yeah. All right. I'll be credit to Wendy Fortino. That's awesome.
Those are little people.
Yeah, exactly. Little people. The brilliant ideas that come out. Yes.
So fun. Well, is there anything else, Whitney, that you would like to share with the viewers once this comes out for everybody to see?
Honestly, I love doing these type interviews and podcasts because sometimes little bits of gold affect people differently. I love hearing about it. As I've said probably multiple times throughout this, I love helping people. I love making an impact. I love empowering or just having a positive influence in any way I can. Trust me, I have bad days too. You know, people think, oh, everything's rainbows and butterflies. I have bad days. I have hard days. I just always focus on being grateful and enjoying what you do and doing everything with passion. And I just challenge everybody to live in the moment of, as cliche as it sounds, seizing the day. Do what you absolutely love, what you want to do, and sometimes things that you've never even thought possible. I always think if it scares you, you know you're on the right track. Mm-hmm. And sadly, with the passing of Jenny, it's even more important to never take a day for granted. Do what you want. Love on those hard. Appreciate those in your life. Be thankful, grateful, everything that you're wanting to do, and be a decent human. I mean, it really isn't that hard. So I hope if anyone got anything out of this besides learning how to be a good tongue twister, then I hope that I've helped give you some insight into the industry, how I got started, maybe empowered you to try a little crazy stuff here and there, but just live life to the best that you can. That's what I love. And I hope that it influences and motivates people in whatever realm. So I appreciate the opportunity. This has been so fun chatting with you guys. We literally could do this all day.
I know. Well, there's so many other things. And one of the questions that I normally ask everyone, and you just answered it. So the question would have been, how do you stay fit and love life? Or how would you recommend someone to stay fit, love life? And I'll tell you why I asked that question, because in 97, I was signing autographs. And in 96, I had signed an autograph, I guess, for an older gentleman. And I remember it was right when I first got into the industry, and I just kind of got thrown in, and all of a sudden people wanted my autograph. So I was like, okay, I'm signing autographs. And Robert Kennedy, owner of Muscle Media, had made pictures for me. It was just like he used to help, he would help the new people coming in. So he had made some 8x10s for me. He had me at the Olympia one year with him, and I was signing. So I'd signed an autograph for an older man. I didn't know it at the time. I just signed it. I was like, I didn't know what I was going to say. So I'm like, oh, stay fit and love life. Okay, whatever. The next year he comes back, and he's obviously now a fan. And he comes up to my table the next year, which was 97. And he came up to me where I was working, and he said, I wanted to thank you for what you said to me last year. And I was like, I didn't know what I said to him. And he's like, well, you signed my autograph. He said, stay fit and love life. And he says, I took that to heart. He says, I went home and I started working out and, exercising. And at the time, I'm in my 20s, and I'm assuming he was in his 50s or 60s. And he said, and I started dancing with my wife at home love life. And he says, my wife loved to dance. So I started dancing with her at home. And I just was like, okay, what I say on these pictures makes a difference to people.
Yeah.
So, right. And so it just always, I didn't want to just put lots of love, but sometimes if somebody got, 5 pictures and one of them is going to say lots of love, but you can't within a short amount of time sign everything with intricate things to say all the time. But needless to say, I've used that Stay Fit Love Life for a very long time. And so that I like to ask people, how would you recommend staying fit and loving life? And you just did. So we already have.
Well, you know what? Can I add one thing to that?
Yes.
I have this motto.
Oh, you want to add eat Oreos. Eat Oreos.
Yes. Well, that's a given. I mean, come on. And donuts. Go for both of them. But I have a motto I always say. It's something that I live by, and it's the H2G2, meaning always have the mindset of you don't have to, you get to. And that came about when I was on bed rest because everyone's just constantly complaining and you're giving power to negative talk and negative mindset. I have to go to the gym. No, you don't. You get to. I have to drive my kids to school. No, you don't. You get to, because you're lucky enough to have kids. You're lucky enough to be able to afford a car. You have a car that drives. I have to fire an employee. No, you don't. You're lucky that you get to, because you own a business and you have the ability to get rid of something that's a problem and bring something better in. That simple flip of the mindset is so powerful. So you don't have to, you get to. That applies to everything that you do on your day-to-day life. And I constantly have to watch my own voice, because I say sometimes, I have to go to the grocery store. Nope, I get to go to the grocery store. And it changes. It's so powerful, something so simple. Yeah. So that's my little bit of inspiration from my own philosophy. And hopefully, again, that's something that was brought to my attention by a fan. So similar to you.
Yeah. Well, I love that, because we were just at a horse show, and one of the youth riders, we were all having dinner together. And one of the youth riders says, I have to, some of us have to go on vacation. I was like, no, you get to go on vacation.
Yeah, yes.
Having to go on vacation, you get to go on vacation. It's like,
has to go.
The have and the get have really gotten backwards, I think.
Yes.
And so I know that's your point, and it is so true. And I love that. What did you say?
H2G2. You don't have to, you get to. So H2G2.
That shift is quite literally the critical shift that 100% of people have to make who have a body transformation. I mean, long term anyway. I mean, if you really want to immerse yourself into the idea of changing your life, you have to make that shift, right? If you're going into changing your whole diet and training, rather than say I have to cut out donuts, it's like I get to be, introducing healthy foods that help me feel good and get fit. That shift has to happen, or else it'll be a short-term thing and you'll hate it.
Yep.
Right. So true. Great words, women, ladies. I love it. I love it. I think we have one more video I want to watch. Is it the 2020 Olympia routine?
Oh,
you have? So we need to watch that, because that's going to get you fired up to go get your routine started. Yeah. Okay, Claudia, whenever you have a minute.
Is your two-time reigning and defending Fitness Olympia champion from the USA, Whitney Jones.
All right, let's see what the champs bring in this year. Wow.
Now it's only one king and a man. Nobody wanna step to the plate. Better go and get one thing straight. I don't freeze and I won't hesitate. Matter of fact, y'all been running in place. Can't run from your fate. Who's gonna stop me? 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 Who's gonna stop me?
Whitney does a lot of breakdancing. She's strong, powerful. Look at the height she gets.
Super huge. I think she did a back round off a minute ago that was 4 or 5 feet in the air.
Yeah, I think so. She's hungry. She wants her title.
Wow, those were impressive moves.
Wow. I was talking to Whitney and her kids here last night, and her boys, they help her choreograph her routine.
And how old are the boys?
I'm not exactly sure. I think one's 10, and maybe one's a little bit older than that. But they couldn't stop smiling. They were so proud of their mom.
That would be a pretty amazing thing to say. My mom's Miss Fitness at Olympia.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm really enjoying Whitney's routine. It's pretty cool. A lot of unique skills, a lot of attitude. That looks easy, but that's really hard, and she probably has rug burn all over her body.
None of it looks easy. She makes it look easy, but I know it's not.
Coming in, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me?
You're reigning Miss Olympia.
So amazing.
There she is, your Fitness Olympia.
Two-time Olympia champion, Whitney Jones.
That was one of my favorite routines that she's put together.
I don't know. It's awesome.
That was the best routine I've ever seen you do.
Well, thank you. I know it's tough because the live stream, that's shot in the live stream, and it kind of had some glitches. And so on the live stream, people were like, that, like, you did that slow motion and then super. And I'm like, I wish I could. I'm not magic. I wish. But I was like, oh. So, yeah, it's some people that has to, like, there's no way you could slow it down. I'm like, I know. I wish. But I loved the routine. It was a lot of fun. And
so
like
fun,
I said,
so fun.
Always a good journey.
Wow, very incredible, and like I said, inspiring. I'm going to go out and practice my standing back tuck and a Shushanova right now.
Shushanova? She's going to do a Shushanova.
Make sure you have mats.
I'm going to go back up and have an Oreo.
I've got my backyard, just like the old times.
That's hilarious.
So fun. I've so enjoyed our conversation, and I can't wait for everyone to get to hear all the good things. And I'm just going to be praying for your great health and vitality leading up to the Arnold and the Olympia, and that God will just bless your activities and your body and keep you in super top shape condition. And your neck. And I know we didn't really get to talk a whole lot about the neck and all of that you went through with that. But man, I know you have a lot out there that people can go and learn from and be inspired by. But you are an inspiring, beautiful woman. And I'm so honored to get to know you here on my show.
Yes, this was amazing. I mean, I've adored you forever. I know Wendy really well. So having you guys together as the co-host of the show, this was a blast. It was an honor to be invited. And we had a lot of fun.
Yes, we did. Thank you so much. And Wendy, thank you so much for joining today and for being here as a co-host. And I have a really hard time saying goodbye. So Claudia might just have to cut us off because I am really bad at goodbyes. But I know
you have your church event to get to.
I know, right? All right. Love to you guys. Whitney,
all right.
Can't wait to see you on stage. And Wendy, thank you so much. We'll see you guys very soon, very soon.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining the Monica Brant Show. I had such a great time with Whitney Jones. She's an amazing person, athlete, mom, like everything. I just am honored to get to have known her, get to meet her here. And since I haven't met her in person, this has been so awesome. So it's thankful that we have technology that we can do these things. And so fun that you guys joined in. Thank you to Wendy as well. I'm tongue-tied here already. Wendy. Super fun. Well, we're going to have more awesome guests coming up this next week. So you guys be sure and tune in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like the episodes. There's tons. I think there's about 50 episodes from the Monica Brant Show over the last year and a little over a year. So I hope you guys will go and tune into all the other awesome legendary athletes interviews that I've had. And if you have anyone that you'd love to see on my show, please don't hesitate to message. You can leave a comment. You can message me on info@monicabrant.com. Just let me know who and where. if you want to sponsor or donate to the show, you can always go to the MonicaBrantShow.com website, and there's a donate button there. There's a sponsor information for applications. And I just, so thank you guys for joining. It's been a fun time making these shows. And just so you know, the MonicaBrant.com is newly launched again. Finally, I've got a website back up, so please go check out MonicaBrant.com. And in the meantime, you guys stay fit, love life. God bless you guys. Thank you so much, Claudia, for your work here on the show. And we'll see you guys soon on another Monica Brant show.
It's time to live.